So here's the question. A little bit of a headache, a little bit of sore throat, a little bit of fatigue. Pennant race fever.
Fever. Okay.
That's why you're worn out. Watching these Padres in these 8th and 9th and 10th inning games, winning some, losing some, and then say, oh, how is this possible? I mean, that's topic one. Padres lose to Colorado. Please explain to me how you lose to a team that had a record of 45-79. How do you lose 8 of 13 to those guys? I don't know if it's a Bud Black curse, Bud Black karma. It's just absolutely stunning to me because Colorado, it's like a AAA baseball team with no pitching, and they beat the Padres 8 of 13. Tough game, though. They lose the game to the Rocks. They lose their shortstop. Ha-Seong Kim undergoing an MRI as we speak. Sprained shoulder, maybe. I hope it's not a torn labrum. He went into that bag diving back on a pickoff attempt at first base. He went in hard, and the full momentum of his body was on that right arm as he reached the bag, and I saw the arm come back as the body went forward. I hope he did not tear a labrum, tear his rotator cuff. I hope it's not dislocated, but he could not move it. That's a tough sight to see. So we got that to talk about. Joe Musgrove takes another step back. 71 pitch outing. So far, so good. No setbacks physically. Obviously, Dylan Cease's last 2 outings have not quite been as dominant as they were before. Michael King continues to do well. A little concerned about overuse of the bullpen. I mean, when they went to get the left-hander from Miami, I thought that's quality. But, man, he pitched 5 times in 7 days. Mm-hmm. And he refuses to say, I need a day off. But there's a wear and tear factor there. So I would hope that Mike Schilt will get into a better rotation with the 7-man bullpen that he has. But he's gone to it an awful lot. So let's talk. Padres losing to the Rocks. Let's talk about the shortstop. You want to talk about the pitching staff? Go ahead, John. The floor is yours.
The floor is mine. There's a lot there. Yeah, I was talking about a fever. I'm thinking about I got a fever, and the only prescription is more cowbell. So as far as the Padres, it seems like the Rockies have always had their number. Yeah. I mean, it just goes back historically. It's weird. Even back to the Matt Holliday didn't touch home plate
controversy. Still hasn't touched home plate either.
Exactly. And I remember there was a players weekend. Didn't he have like on the back of his jersey, like I didn't touch or something like as one of his nicknames? Yeah, that bastard. So lose 2 or 3. We're expecting them to win all the time. And here they don't win. And it makes us feel like awkward now. But they won 8 series in a row going into this. You kind of have to give them a break. But Ha-Seong Kim, you could see that when he dove back to first, he instantly knew something was wrong and it was bad. I just from the look of it, I can't imagine he's going to come back, in a week or 2. It's probably going to be a serious injury.
Well, how long was Xander out with a shoulder injury? 7 weeks.
Yeah.
And this is his throwing shoulder. That's a big issue. Now, who plays shortstop? Does the X-Man go over there? Do you trust Solano to make enough plays consistently at shortstop? Do you put Cronenworth there? Because you're going to move some parts around here. If you move Xander back to his original position, Cronenworth goes to second. I assume you want Arise to stay at first. If you put Cronenworth at short, that's a whole – they haven't played that in a long time. If you put Solano at short, can he be equal to what Kim was defensively? There's no doubt that he's hit the ball better, but is he an everyday guy? I don't know about that.
There's no shortage of shortstops on this team, so they're going to have someone. Now, if I could wave a magic wand in this situation, and we're going to assume that Ha-Seong Kim is out for an extended period of time, I would put Xander at short, and then I would put Solano at second. And Cronenworth can play first and just have a rise DH. And I think that'd be fine. The thing that I worry about, though, is that it was such a big thing when they moved Xander off of short to second to make room for Ha-Seong Kim. It's almost like starting a quarterback controversy. Who's the shortstop? So if it's only for a few days, then I think you let Wade play.
It's not going to be for a few days.
No, I don't think so.
That's the big issue to me. Okay, we go from Padre baseball. And if you're a Padre fan, do you have an explanation how this could happen? How the Padres could lose so many games, 8 of 13, the last place Rocks. Join us in Fans Forum. You can dial in right now with your question or your statement. We go from that